Morning folks, day 10, heading from Charters Towers to Emerald. As I mentioned yesterday, I originally thought today's trip was going to be about 512 kilometres. That turns out to be incorrect. Looks like it's closer to 475. Still a big day, but not as big as I was expecting, which is nice. So looking at this, Jesus Christ, where am I going? Where is this sat nav taking me? Big challenge for the day is the first leg will be 199 kilometres. So there's a little bit of fuel anxiety this morning. My reserve light tends to come on at about 190. So obviously the tank itself is 10, the reserve is 4. So on that rough calculation, I should have around about 260, 270 Ks to a tank, but still. Yeah, it's right up there at the edge of my comfort zone. I wouldn't want to do more than 200 Ks on a tank alone. But in order to get there, I have to trust the system sooner or later. So I'll try and bank on the maths and we'll go from there. Beautiful morning still, guys. It is 5 to 9. And so just been travelling through a lot of forested country this morning, and here we are. I've just popped up on what looks like a bit of a ridge line, a bit of a high ground, and had a bit of a view further than the trees on the side of the road. And it looks like I'm actually quite high, I suspect. So somewhere on the Great Dividing Range, I suspect. Just cruising through, not necessarily mountains, but definitely rolling hills, and seem to have some peaks with some good height. Just happy to enjoy the variety and keep cruising along. Well guys, that was the Belyando Crossing Roadhouse. So that's 200 Ks down, but it's good. So made it without the reserve light coming on, which is, to be fair, I absolutely filled it to the brim at the servo last night. So I absolutely could not squeeze another drop of fuel into it, but that's good. Anyway, done and dusted. Next stop is Claremont, which is about 175 Ks away, I think, so another good stint, but it'll be good to get it done. And then on to Emerald for the end of the day. So we have got a very, very wide load here. Crikey Moses. Not far outside of Claremont. Yeah, she's got a bit of a tip on her, and it's actually quite windy actually, so it's a bit of a tricky one. God, it's massive. Who wants to be told that? I hope this guy's not going all the way to Emerald today. That will be a frustrating trip for me. So This is the turn off to Mackay. Crikey. All right, on to Emerald. Getting a wee bit saddle sore. These long days, you have to start to need the brakes closer and closer together as the day gets longer and longer. Which makes the day even longer and longer and longer. But anyway. About 100 k's onto Emerald. So here we are in Emerald. It is 25 past 1. Whew, it's starting to get very warm. Open up the visor and get a bit of wind in my face. Oh, starting to get very, very saddle sore each day. So